everybody, welcome to Buzzworthy Business, brought to you by Seaside Bank and Trust. I'm your host, Jesse Stakes, and today I have Joe Bowers from Party Shack. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Jesse.
So tell me a little bit about your company.
Party Shack's a local company, family-owned, 4-year-old company, started in 2018. Did real well locally here, testing our product with the Jacksonville Jaguars and public supermarkets, and then eventually grew the business to other markets with Publix, supermarkets, and then of course COVID hit, and that kind of stalled, the introduction of the product locally.
Yep.
But hence that time we've done great on a Southeast region and a Midwest region, and we've done super at the NFL currently with 5 NFL teams that use our product.
Excellent. So if I was to put you on the spot and I said, okay, what is Party Shack? How would you describe it to somebody off the street?
Take a skybox out of the stadium and put it in the parking lot. And those same folks that like to go to the skybox and be entertained during the game, they also want a white glove turnkey tailgate experience in the parking lot. So they like to bring their friends, their local businesses and associates, and they like to come 3-4 hours before the game and have a white glove turnkey tailgate experience.
And for the folks who don't like 95-degree weather, you got 72 degrees all year, every year, correct?
We have a PTAC air conditioning unit, which is the same unit that you'll get in a hotel room inside of our Party Shacks. We have phone chargers, which are real popular as well. And of course, beer and wine coolers inside. And of course, it is air conditioned and it's also heated for the teams in the north.
Excellent. And so I want to back up for a second. You briefly said, you guys have gotten a lot of traction within the NFL. So tell us a little bit about that. How are teams utilizing Party Shack for tailgating experiences, but also in other ways?
When the Jaguars, prior to COVID, played the Kansas City Chiefs here in town, the Kansas City Chiefs brought an entourage, everything from fan experience people to marketing to sales, and they actually utilized one of our units pregame, prior to the game, and a lot of their fan base actually stayed during the game. So the Chiefs really pioneered the product after the Jaguars' initial test, and they bought, right after COVID, they bought 14 units, and they put them in their parking lot, and I believe Budweiser and Ford are their corporate sponsors, and they have a huge tailgate. They have about 5,000 people every game out in the parking lot. And our tailgate area is the premium white glove turnkey tailgate experience.
Excellent. So, and you don't have to be an NFL franchise to utilize this. You guys are in other sports and in other forms of entertainment as well, correct?
Yeah, we sell to the sports and entertainment industry. And so you've got festivals, you've got concerts. Concerts like to use them not only for corporate sponsors, but also for green rooms for their actual artists.
Yes.
Prior to the concert. We're at college football, NFL football, we're at NASCAR, PGA Tour, LPGA Tour. So pretty much across the sports and entertainment spectrum.
And locally, you guys have been at things such as like the Taco and Tequila Festival, some of the events that 904 puts on. You guys have been all over the place.
Yeah, 904 does a great job locally. Matter of fact, this weekend I think it's Oktoberfest at Jacksonville Beach, and they did the tequila festival last week here in San Marcos. So no, they do a great job. Like I said, we actually have a big we have a women's golf tournament coming up at St. Augustine, where there'll be units there, and then we also have the ladies surfing contest coming up in Jacksonville Beach, and we'll actually have units on the water.
So people can actually touch it, feel it, and see what Party Shack's all about.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, what inspired this? What was, it's a great idea. It's simple enough, but also very innovative. What was the inspiration behind Party Shack?
My son Bobby created the whole concept, and I was helping him move one weekend from one apartment in Jacks Beach to another apartment in Jacks Beach, and we actually had a pod in the parking lot, and it rained. So we went inside the pod, and Bobby was kind of looking around inside, inside the pod. And he commented and said, this would be great for a tailgate. It'll fit in a parking space.
No doubt.
You could put windows in it, air conditioning units, stairwell, second story veranda. And he created it that day. Bobby's a real entrepreneur. So about a couple months later, he had his bag when he showed up to work, and he said, I'm going I'm going to China, and he says, I'm going to find a manufacturer that'll build our unit initially. This was in 2017, and he did. He went to China, he spent 4 months, he built the first unit, he shipped it back to our warehouse, and we immediately got a hold of the NFL. They did a case study, and the case study basically said that it enhances the fan experience, it creates incremental revenue for the teams, and it also creates sponsorship and branding opportunities for the team. So those are the 3 boxes it checked. The main thing that for any event that highlights Party Shack is we're the last one in and we're the first one out. In other words, we can ship our units in right before the event starts, set everything up. We can activate for the venue, and then we're the first one out as soon as the event is over. And that's kind of unusual because our competition, which is tents and scaffolding and entertainment companies, they come in well in advance and set up, and they're still there weeks after the event.
Right.
So that's really the driving force of Party Shack right now that's made it such a popular product.
Well, you guys got a lot of exciting things on the horizon. If people want to learn more about you and your company, where can they find you guys?
www.partyshack.usa.com. And it's either Bobby, my son, Bobby at partyshack.usa.com, or Joe at partyshack.usa.com.
Excellent. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, Jesse. Thank you.
If you guys would like to learn more about Party Shack or us over here at Buzz TV, you can join us at jacksonvillebuzz.com. I'm your host, Jesse Stakes, and we'll catch you guys next time.